My parents begged me to come to a family reunion. I came, and my mom said, "We're going on vacation as a family. Take care of the dog." The room erupted with laughter. My Uncle Rick raised his beer and said, "Someone's gotta hold down the fort, right?" My sister Laura was already scrolling through her phone, barely paying attention. My dad pointed at the dog and grinned like he'd just told the world's best joke. I just smiled and nodded. That's always been my role in this family. The reliable one. The one who shows up, keeps quiet, and cleans up everyone else's messes while they live their lives. They call it being dependable. What it really means is being convenient. I went home that night with Max, their 10-year-old golden retriever, who seemed genuinely happy to see me. At least someone was. 2 days later, my phone buzzed with a fraud alert. Someone had tried to charge $4,000 to my credit card for a vacation package to Tulum, using my name, my billing address, everything. I stared at the notification for a full minute before it clicked. I canceled the charge immediately. Less than an hour later, my dad texted, "Be serious." No explanation, no apology. Just those 2 words, like I was the one being unreasonable. I opened Venmo, sent him 50 cents, and wrote in the notes, "I'm not family." Then I muted my phone. By the time I checked it again, I had 53 messages. Laura said I was being dramatic and needed to grow up. Mom sent a paragraph about how family sticks together through everything. Madison called me selfish. Rick sent a thumbs down emoji, which somehow felt worse than actual words. My grandma texted, "Really, Kevin?" That one hurt more than I expected. They acted like I'd burned the house down, all because I wouldn't let them steal from me. I didn't respond to any of them. I just sat there at my kitchen table with Max snoring at my feet, and I started going through old emails, receipts, loan documents, co-signing forms I barely remembered agreeing to, Venmo transactions I'd forgotten about, text messages asking for temporary help that turned permanent. I opened a spreadsheet and started adding it all up. There was the $2,400 I sent Laura when she swore her car was getting repossessed. The $8,000 loan I co-signed for Uncle Rick's investment opportunity that was supposed to pay me back in 6 months. That was 3 years ago. Then there was the roof loan. My parents never asked how that got resolved. They just assumed it sorted itself out. It didn't. I'd been making monthly payments on it for 2 years. The total climbed higher than I thought possible. $42,000. $42,000 I'd given to people who were currently posting airport selfies and matching t-shirts that said family mode on. I didn't sleep that night. I wasn't even angry yet, just numb. I made black coffee and kept working on my spreadsheet, adding details I'd tried to forget. By 3 a.m., I had everything documented. Every loan, every favor, every time I'd been the backup plan. The next morning, they started posting photos from Cancun. Dad with his golf clubs. Mom doing that sideways lean thing she does in every group photo. Laura's story had a sunset with the caption, "Finally, peace and quiet." I almost laughed. Then, on Friday at 3:20 p.m., I got an email from a bank I'd never worked with. Subject line, "Urgent, loan verification required." I opened it. Someone had taken out a $25,000 personal loan in my name, my full legal name, my social security number, my work email, which I'd never once used for personal banking. The funds had already been transferred to an account opened 3 weeks ago at the same bank branch my dad uses. My hands went cold. I called the fraud department, spoke to a guy named Derek who walked me through freezing everything. While he talked, I was already connecting the dots. Someone who knew all my information, someone with access, someone who thought I'd never notice or never fight back. I texted my dad, "You took out a loan in my name." No response. I watched the typing bubble appear and disappear. 6 hours of silence. Then, at 9:47 p.m., a text finally came through. "We'll talk when I get back. Don't overreact. Don't overreact." Like I was the problem. Like I was being unreasonable for noticing my own identity being stolen. That's when something shifted. I wasn't sad anymore. I wasn't confused. I was just done. I filed an official fraud report with the police. I booked a consultation with a lawyer who specialized in family fraud cases. Someone a coworker recommended who'd seen this exact situation before. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't post about it. I just kept going to work, feeding Max, and building my case. They kept posting vacation photos, group shots at the beach, cocktails at sunset. Laura posted a video with the caption, "No drama, just vibes." I saved every single post. By the time they landed back in the States, the bank had frozen the fraudulent account and flagged my father's name in their system. The lawyer's exact words were, "You have an ironclad case. This is textbook identity theft." I didn't warn them. I didn't give them a heads up. I just kept feeding Max and waited, because this time they were going to learn what family actually costs, and I wasn't going to be the one paying for it anymore.